An explosion at the Clairton Coke Works plant earlier this month took the lives of 2 men, and it also left a community shaken.
But there are ways we can help. Joining us now are former Pittsburgh Steeler Will Allen and Clairton City School District Superintendent Dr. Tamara Allen Thomas. Thank you both for being here. Will, we want to start with you. How did you come up with the idea to start the Clairton Huddle?
Yeah, our CEO of the Will Allen Foundation and Dr. Allen Thomas are, they're connected at the hip. So when something happens, whether it's good or something tragic like this event, we want to make sure we can show up. And, we just decided, hey, there's some basic needs that also needs to be met, but there's some trauma that happens in this community related to this. There's family members that are affected by something so powerful like this. So we wanted to do something to draw attention to it, but really create more support. So it's exciting, yeah.
Well, Mr. Rogers, I love that quote that you look for the helpers, and you all are doing that. You are becoming the helpers in a time of need, and it's not just because of the explosion, although you were expressing that a former student was there, so it is directly impacting the community.
It is, and you have to think about the mental health trauma that this community faces when something like this happens. And as Will was saying, we're not just partners, we're family. And this is what family does. When we come together and we recognize the need, and we recognize the need beyond just this tragedy, but we recognize solutions. And part of that, being a family member, is what are the solutions? And this is just one way, as you can see, that we are seeking support for not just their mental health needs, their social emotional needs, but their basic needs, so that they can come to school ready to learn.
Yeah, so talk about what this program looks like and what the students will be doing, because I have to imagine that there were so many people who signed up for this and a limited amount of spots.
Yeah. Absolutely. So again, with a partnership around mental health, one of the things that makes this program so unique is that it does build around the mental health, the social emotional. So having people, experts come in, work with our scholars to be able to help them process that trauma. Because a lot of communities like ours, it's compound trauma. So it's not one thing, it's multiple things. So having people come in who care about you and giving you strategies to deal with that are important.
And not only that, you think about this, most of the students walk to school. So if it's a rainy day, if it's a snowy day, or if it's an extremely hot day, like these students have to manage that. You're typically walking with their siblings. So you got to come to school ready to perform, ready to focus, ready to lock in, and you're dealing with some of these elements. And most people say, toughen up, you can make it, you can do this, but I don't think that's always the answer.
I think that's a really good segue to talk about this, because I think any adult out there knows that you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you're on your way into work and your car runs out of gas. Like sometimes those little things can then snowball into this much bigger thing. So when we're taking care of basic needs, it can help our overall mental well-being. I want to talk about some of the donations and how we're meeting those basic needs. Are these things that any community member can drop off? Where are the donation boxes located? What does it look like?
Yeah, right now we have locations at Cohatch, which are all over the region. You can actually go to Clairton if you want to and drop off. You have socks here, you have some basic health needs, hygiene needs, and then the students need water. So water bottals are. And look, we want new items, not pre-used
items.
New items, just so the students can have they want safety, they want dignity, they want to know that they can be confident walking into a school building and be ready to learn. Every student deserves that. Every young person deserves that.
I'm so glad that there are feminine hygiene products here, because we know what an expense it is as a woman, and a young woman at that. And it can also be one of those things that you're maybe not ready or confident enough to ask for. So another wonderful thing to donate.
Absolutely.
Thank you both for what you're doing.
Thank you
for being here. All right, to learn more about the Clairton Huddle campaign on our website, go to our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh, and head to Cohatch locations in our area to donate. We'll be right back.